Okay, so first, I'll tell you about when I first heard about Nibiru, and I think this was in about 2008, and I saw some stuff on MySpace at the time, and I was in the UFO group or whatever, and so I saw one of the videos, with all the theories about Sumerians and how the Anunnaki were on this planet, and the planet was going to come back, and gee, by the way, it's only in a couple years, and etc. So I don't really remember the specifics of that. The main thing that sticks out from that time period was my friend at the time who knew about it. And she really, really believed it. I don't know if she still does or not, or what. I haven't talked to her. But she had, some wine, and she was talking with a total non-believer person about it, and was describing how this planet was going to come back, and it was going to, destroy the structure of civilization, and we're going to go back to this sort of primal state if we even survive. And at the end, she bet the guy that like $100 that Planet X was real, and then it was going to come back, and all the stuff she said was going to come true. And then after she got done with that, I told her, you really can't win that bet, because if all the stuff that you said is going to come true, your money won't be worth anything anymore. So, and she was kind of like, damn it, you're right. But anyway, she still thought that everything like that was going to happen, so it didn't really, it didn't really make any difference. She didn't try to change the bet or anything. So from the get-go, I've been skeptical. And keep in mind, I have seen UFOs and had contact with ETs. So it's not really this so far-fetched in my mind. It's that I just don't see it happening. I don't see any of the premises that have been presented as being plausible. And really, it's just been a big deal about nothing, in my personal opinion. And now that we're in our space age with telescopes, anything could be Nibiru, one of the dwarf planets. Anything. Comet, right? You think about before we had telescopes and knew exactly what planets were. If you think about a comet, it looks bigger than a planet in the sky. Then yeah, so it's just funny. I don't really understand how there's this rabbit hole of fear with ET spaceships that are going to come and whatever. Really, I'll make friends with them. Yeah. I probably already know some of them. The premise is just, it's really weak. And you can put all the videos you want of comets, space dust, asteroids, whatever you want. You can put it up there and say it's Planet X or Nibiru. And, well, guess what? The Planet X type name is kind of faded. And it's just more of Nibiru stuff that I've seen anyways. Because, oh gee, comet's not a planet. It's not a second sun that's going to be in our sky for 3 years, one of those years being the hottest year ever, where we can't go outside ever or we'll die. And oh my gosh, it's just, I really don't know how people get away with just this crazy stuff. I mean, look at myself. I talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. And it's all obviously not provable. It's all obviously my own subjective experience, and I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. But when it comes down to things that affect the entire culture, if you're just running rampant fear around, it's really going to come down to you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm not directing this at any one person either. I'm just giving my opinion. So it's really seems to be falling apart, if you ask me, that the Planet X myth is really a myth. It just blows my mind, really. And as far as negative ETs coming and taking us or whatever to their planet-sized spaceship, or good ETs coming to take us to their planet-sized spaceship, either one of those, it seems really, really shaky. The ETs that I have had contact with, they know that they need to have very low-key contact with our consciousness as individual persons so that they don't disrupt the timeline too much, so that things don't fall apart in ways that they don't want to have happen. Yeah, really. So the contact then, as far as disclosure, or there's already been a ton of disclosure. There's already been a ton of UFOs flying around, so the evidence is already there. The ETs have already been here, so it's more of a personal, I want to say almost like a pilgrimage to finding your contact space that you can hold the vibration, that you can talk to ETs. Not that it's this sort of society-wide, mind-opening, mind-blowing, matrix-destroying event. That's sort of a little bit not quite how it is going to play out, in my vision of how things are going to play out. That's not to say that won't happen. I will readily admit it if I am wrong and there is, outright society-wide contact. I just don't see that happening in the next 5 years. The point is that if you access the tools of telepathy and raise your own self into the space where contact is possible, if it is necessary and within your path to be in contact and have your own personal disclosure, that will happen. And isn't that better than everybody acting like it's a movie and running around telling everybody that doesn't have their TV on to turn on your TV? The ETs are here. No, it's so much better to hold your own space, your own peace, and be able to bring that consciousness forth that is able to have that sort of enlightened type experience as contact. I've gone on way too long. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all my friends out there. I love all you guys. Have a good one. Namaste.